Bitcoin, blockchain, and other cryptocurrencies aren't going anywhere. In my humble but correct opinion, eventually they might even replace fiat currency, and they're definitely going to replace things like notes and coins. According to the New York Times, pornography, patio furniture, and at-home coronavirus tests are just a few of the odd things that people are already buying with crypto. And in a previous video, we looked at 12 different things that you can buy with Bitcoin in North America today. But let's see what else you can buy with Bitcoin today on Renegade News. Welcome back to Renegade News. I'm your host, Glenn Kowalski. Every week on this channel, you hear the latest news, strategies, and tactics for breaking free from the system, paying less tax, and living anywhere in the world that you want. So let's get right into it. We ended our last video talking about funerals because there are at least a couple of funeral service providers in the US who are now accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. The first one in the US was in Minnesota in St. Paul, and that's the Crescent Tide Funeral and Cremation Services, which started accepting Bitcoins in 2014. A more positive note, you can also use them for a night at the movies. Movietickets.com are the first major outlet that started accepting cryptocurrency as a method of payment. On their site, you can buy tickets to about 900 different movie theaters throughout the US. And all you have to do is enter your zip code and it'll let you see only the movies that are available in your area. The theaters that are accepting tickets from movietickets.com include Regal Cinema, which has locations all across the US. Next, and on a bigger ticket, there's art. And Christie's made news when it decided to accept Ether cryptocurrency as a form of payment at their auctions. Verisart has also set up a platform that makes it easy for artists to accept Bitcoin, so your favorite local artist can be willing to set up on their site to get the purchases that you're looking for. There's also a long list of US-based galleries that accept Bitcoin as payment. And that doesn't even include NFTs, which are outside the scope of this video, but are in others that we talk about. Another big ticket that you can buy with Bitcoin is real estate. And yes, you can start purchasing things like apartments and houses and villas and other homes, all in exchange for Bitcoin. And there are numerous places who are starting to accept Bitcoin for payment. In Panama, we have entire agencies that are focused on real estate that's being offered for cryptocurrency. So I'll add a link in the description where you can let me know that you're interested and I'll make sure that you're getting hooked up. But there's one other way that I want to mention that you can use crypto in relation to real estate, and that includes selling your property or leasing it out so you can get more Bitcoin investments and make major cash on some of the growth that we're seeing in that market right now. And I'm going to be talking more and more about the pros and the cons of using your crypto with real estate in a future video. On a much smaller scale, you can also buy your Frappuccino now with Bitcoin. You're going to need to get a special payment app that's called Backed, but you can now use your Bitcoins at Starbucks locations across the country. The way it works is your Bitcoins are going to get translated into Starbucks card that are saved on your Starbucks account, and then you can use them on your Starbucks app. You then pay for your Frappuccino or whatever at the store. Next, we have your college degree. In 2014, New York City's King College began accepting Bitcoin for tuition. From there was a few other schools that have started jumping on the bandwagon and accepting that form of payment. But you don't have to use your digital wallet to make that payment if you want to go to a school that doesn't. Many students and their families are simply investing in Bitcoin, and then they're cashing out when it's time to start paying for that college. You can also invest in cryptocurrencies after you graduate and then use your earnings from that growth to pay off your student loans that you built up during college. Next, we have our own industry, and that's news media. And I mean, obviously, all cryptocurrency media outlets are starting to accept Bitcoin for their subscriptions and their other services. But among the mainstream outlets, the Chicago Sun-Tribune became the first major publication that started accepting it back in 2014. And in that same year, publisher Time Inc. began accepting cryptocurrency for their subscriptions. Bloomberg News, which has been a leader among the national publications in covering cryptocurrencies, also accepts Bitcoin on their site. And of course, there's Palm Tree Research, which is our parent company, and we also accept Bitcoin for our workshops, courses, and events. Then there's everything else, because the easiest, most convenient way to make purchases using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is with a cryptocurrency debit card. These cards, which are available from major crypto exchanges and other specific providers, allow the holder to do things like withdraw cash from participating ATMs, and many of them are also participating in major networks such as MasterCard and Visa, so you can use them anywhere you use a MasterCard or Visa. Bitcoin debit cards work much like regular prepaid debit cards, except instead of loading them up with cash, you load them up with Bitcoin or with another cryptocurrency. Then when you go use them at the store, the money is withdrawn from your card in the cryptocurrency value and paid to the merchant in fiat cash, just like dollars and just like a debit card. With a lot of the cards, what happens is you take your crypto and you load it up and prepay with a certain amount of fiat. So you'll sell, say, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and your prepaid card gets loaded up with that $1,000 in fiat cash. So the merchant themselves, they never even know that you're using Bitcoin. And then as your card runs low, you just reload it up again. But if you're ready and you're really interested in learning how to actually get started with Bitcoin, check out a workshop that's in the first link in your pinned comments. In this workshop, you're going to get walked through the exact steps that you need to start saving, earning, and spending your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. End of that short, easy to follow workshop, you'll know exactly what to do and how to do it. But better yet, you'll have actually done all of those things and much more. You can learn more about it in the first pinned comment. And don't forget to check out the video you see on the screen right now for 12 more surprising things that you can do with Bitcoin. I'm Glenn Kowalski from Renegade News, and I'll see you over there.